Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to 100.9 FM. This is KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. Tonight is Wednesday night, live at 5. This is the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. We are on season 2, and this is episode 3 of the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. This is your host, Coach Q. I'm here with B Love is in the house.
B Love.
And we have a special guest tonight, going along with our topics of the evening. A little bit later on, we're going to be interviewing the head coach from Wall Hill Blue Jays, Pa Hay, boys basketball team, Coach John Parker. And I kind of got a special guest, and I don't think they know who's on tonight, who's going to be coming on. But I got one of the most dominant players ever come out of Wall Hill, Nebraska, out of that school. Brought him all the way to the championship game, took it down to the wire, almost got a state championship. And he was also one of the members of the 2015 Winnebago Indians state championship team, Mr. Kobe Smith. Say what's up, Kobe.
What up, guys? How's it going?
Good. Hey, I'm glad that you're up here. I didn't even tell Coach Parker or any of the people that you was going to be up here tonight. I just told him that I wanted him up here, and I had a surprise visitor coming up to come join him too. So myself, I know, and we're going to get into this a little bit too, later on in the show. But I know there's a lot of kids in Winnebago and in Wall Hill, in this whole area right here, that look up to you, Kobe. Not because you're 6'6", but because you represented both schools so good, so good. So I'm so glad that you said that you'd come up and join in with us. And yeah, me and B Love, we was talking, man. He was like, we have Kobe come up and share a little bit about his experience going to school down at Wall Hill, since they're going to be our topic today. And then also I kind of talked with you a little bit, and what more encouraging words, or who could they have give most encouraging words than somebody that come right out of that school, representing the school, got your picture up big in the school like that, and to come and maybe even kind of give them some motivation for the rest of the season. So I say thank you, Cole, for coming in and joining me and B Love.
Yeah, no problem. Glad I could be here.
Yeah. And then me and B Love, we try to talk sports. Sometimes we have to cut each other off during the week. Because we're like, hey, save it. Hey, save it. And there's so many topics out there in the sports world, and we try to keep it local, but we do end up talking about other things.
Yeah.
And I know that one of the big topics that was going around recently was that transfer portal for the NCAA football, and the Huskers kind of come out big. Come out big. And I even saw this little video of the guy who committed to Nebraska, the quarterback. He got a little brother, 15 years old.
That's just as good already.
Yeah. And he's throwing 70-yard bombs and stuff like that, on video. And so, like, hey, if he ends up going where Big Brother's going to go, man, Nebraska will be looking pretty good.
We'll be set in that position for a while.
Yeah. Then all we got to do is work on getting linemen.
O-line. And they're doing that. They're doing that, too.
Yeah,
so
and defense is always good. I mean, just think of how much more motivation the defense will have when the offense is doing well.
Yeah. I just seen somewhere, too, where the center for Alabama is jumping in the portal. A lot of them are like, I seen someone like, oh, let's go get him. You can always use the center, Then he was a 4-star prospect back in, I think he has one more year, like a graduate year or something. But the reason why he ended, then he had other people, how they all hit, and some people bash, some people, give him props. One of them bashing him, and I said, well, let him go, let him enter the portal, because he's the one why they lost the game. He couldn't even snap the ball right, because if you guys watch that game, their quarterback was jumping all over the place, and low snaps, high snaps, and stuff. So and then it came down to that last play, and then that snap was way down at his shins, Easy fix. You don't throw that away. It's an easy fix. Just something he has to work on a little more.
Yeah.
Bring him up. We'll take him.
That exactly my thoughts too. We'll take him.
Yeah.
We'll take him. So the Huskers, man, they look real good. How about this other topic? How about last night? You see the end of that Iowa game? The end of the Iowa girls game? What?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
She's a beast.
Dude, it's just like Caitlin Clark from the logo.
Yeah,
from the logo.
At the buzzer.
No stopping now.
No stopping her. You see on the video that the time, it looks like it's ball still in her hand. But you look at these other videos, the the actual one that counts, the one that's above the scoreboard and all that stuff, and then the ball's clearly out of her hand right when that red light comes on. But the one on TV looks like it's delayed.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's still in her hand.
It probably was that little picture at the bottom. That's a video of a different clock somewhere. It's not the shot clock or the one above. So, but the refs, as a ref, we got to make sure that, remember, when you're looking, you gotta put yourself in a position where you see the shooter and the light at the same time, so you can see the release. And I saw the same thing. And that shot was money.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Then you just if you turn the volume up so you can listen to the crowd and stuff, then you just hear don't even hit the rim. You hear a snap.
Yeah,
so it's crazy. She's tough.
Yeah, she's a hooper.
Yeah, we seen a lot of girls that are playing, women playing in WNBA now, that had big names, but there's nobody bigger than her, right? I mean, as of right now, but I mean, you can already put her up there with like the Rebecca Lobos and the what's the big girl, Lisa Leslie, and all these girls that played big time college ball. You can already put her up there with them girls. I mean, she's tough.
Yeah, she's it's kind of crazy too, because I was reading an article about that NIL.
Yeah,
and that she came back for her last season.
I mean, she's tough.
She's making like $4 million on the NIL, but then you go to the WNBA's first year contract, they're making $125,000 or something like that. And so this is like her COVID year, or one extra year that they gave her, that she could have been number one pick last year in the WNBA, but. If you're playing ball, obviously, but you also want that money. She did what she's supposed to do. Stay there another year. Yeah. Never know. Maybe they get back to the championship again. You kind of think about it too, though. With women's college basketball, some of those big names are bigger than the ones that you're hearing from the pros. You know? And so, I mean, having an extra year to play ball. I mean, might as well grab another degree while you're at it. You know?
Yeah.
And then when the time is done, she's gonna be set, man. I mean, she's already set, but that girl can hoop.
Yeah, she can.
That girl can hoop. She can shoot from anywhere.
She's Curry. She's like a female Curry.
So what is that? Is that like did she break her arm or something like that, and it just formed to a right way or something like that, or what? I mean, like, is this
she grew
just
up playing,
practice, or
she grew up playing like with boys, like her brothers and whoever else. She grew up playing like
to
pick up
get
ball
that
and
accuracy from that far away, though.
That's
like
just that's just
it's like 3,000 of those every night or something, right?
Yeah, she just
do you remember Jenna Plumlee, Oklahoma? Or she played at Oklahoma, and then another girl, Angel Goodrich. She played for KU. I seen those girls playing in high school at a tournament in Oklahoma. Those girls shot just like this Caitlin Clark. I'm talking
it's kind of
logo.
A new style that they have to kind of defend or something like that, right? I mean, it's kind of like.
And so for me as a fan of the sport, you don't see that too often.
How tall is Caitlin? How tall is she?
She got to be about 5'10", 6 foot at the top.
Okay. So if she wanted to hoop, she doesn't come with the height, down low and stuff like that. So she just found a way, man. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, even today's game, you don't even need to be down low. You got to just be able to shoot threes, and everybody does it.
Yeah,
so that's why it's kind of boring to me. I don't care for this era of basketball. But when it comes to women's basketball, besides my granddaughter's playing, I watch her all night because she's good.
All right, so preseason's done. What we like to call like the December preseason and stuff, you know what
Before
I mean?
The holidays.
Yeah, but 5-6 games and stuff like that. Now you're starting to get the rankings kind of clearer picture, kind of start thinking about March, all
Think
that
about
stuff.
conference tournaments coming up.
Yep, all that stuff coming up and stuff. So now that everybody kind of got the cobwebs up, ready to roll and stuff like that, what do you guys think about that new rule about fouling? You know what I mean? What is it? 5 fouls?
5 fouls per quarter. Personally, when we talked, I think we talked about before, to me, it's just going to slow the game down.
Yeah.
Like, so it's people, like the defensive, they ain't going to want to play as aggressive because after that, you could pick up 5 fouls in first 2 minutes of a quarter. We see it done before.
Just come out
and then
fouling. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you got a high octane 100 point per game, just send them to the line, slow the game down, and take them out of the rhythm, right? I mean, have you seen that yet?
I'm actually still trying to trying to see the advantages and disadvantages of it because I mean myself, I got to look at it as a referee.
Yeah.
Because we gotta look at it as a ref.
Yeah.
And we definitely got to look at it as a coach to see how you would coach it at the end of a game or end of a quarter, a half, or something like that. But then as a player too, you kind of gotta get in there like what do you how are you supposed to take advantage of this or no foul or what it is crazy over at the Wayne State tournament, and we'll get into that a little bit later too. But I saw it. Winnebago picked up 5 quick fouls within the first 2 minutes of the quarter, and the other team was shooting free throws for 6 minutes.
Yeah, and then that just
slowed the game down.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I've seen it. So in the near future, I heard that they're going to start off with the shot clock. That might kind of even things out a little bit.
Yeah.
But
South Dakota has a shot clock, right?
well, I think Nebraska does too, but it's only like Class A and B, or that's coming in next
Class
year. Or
A,
that is
Class A and B
Upper
this year.
classes,
Yeah, they think they're playing with it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't care for that rule. I didn't get it. I didn't have to ref it yet because my back and stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to really ref it. But just watching the games, like watch Winnebago play, watch Bancroft play, it just you don't want to. People as paying fans, you don't want to watch free throws all night.
Yeah, you're right.
That's how I said. We always say that.
The only thing the only difference for me is like situational at the end of a game.
Of course, yeah.
If you're down by 2, but you need the ball back, so you go to foul, and then you get an advantage because they're shooting now at 5 fouls. You don't have to wait till 7, but then they get 2 shots.
Yeah.
So if they end up missing that first one, they still get a second shot at it. So that kind of messes up the I guess the way you're coaching at the end.
Then as a coach, you got just like common sense when we all grew up playing. Find the one that struggles at the free throw line and foul them. Just get away from everybody else or from him and guard everybody else and let him get the ball and attack. Follow him and let's go.
Kobe, how was you at the line?
I was pretty good. My senior year and my junior year, I kind of struggled pretty bad.
Yeah.
I know one holiday tournament, I missed like 9 free throws in a row.
Oh, man.
So
And
it was.
For those that don't know, let the folks know how tall you are.
I am 6'5".
6'5"?
Yep.
Official.
And, I weighed probably 180 throughout high school.
Dang.
So I mean, it was a good experience down there being low, and I mean, I'm not real big or anything. I'm just long and everything, so it was easier to. That's how it was easy to block shots and get rebounds.
I did notice Cole went to the line a lot though, because that's where you got the ball at the time, and by the time your junior year was done, I mean, I think that like people, especially the small schools around here, as soon as you got the ball, they were going for it. They were just trying to stop you, and it's hard to stop 6'5", 6'6", going up strong,
I seen Cove missed a few free throws like that. I mean, it at that point it's just mentally for you because you guys are blowing everybody out back then anyway. But I seen you get a couple of shots. Your actually shot, pass the ball around and stuff, and then get a shot from the free throw line in play. I seen you go off the glass about 2-3 times. I went, come on, Cole, you wasn't trying to do that, was he?
No, that's all planned there.
Okay.
I used to spend those times in the gym, shooting that bank shot. That's just how I was taught there.
And I always call that shot the Chuck E. Cheese shot, because at Chuck E. Cheese, that's how you make it all the time. Hit that backboard first.
Crazy. Those are the good old days when days were a lot easier for the big old blue.
It's cool that we're reminiscing and stuff. 2024, you guys went down to the state tournament at Walt Hill. The year before, you were part of the Winnebago team that won it, and then so you decided to go to Walt Hill, and I got to follow him around with a video camera.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was pretty cool, man. It was awesome and stuff. And then they ran into who was it? The championship game, man, and just couldn't get it going that day.
Yeah, Nebraska City. Yeah, they were.
Man.
They had some length though. They had, I think, 3 of the starters were over 6'4".
And then you had the freaking dunk of the century down there at the pinnacle, man.
That was nice.
You got fouled and everything. Even the guys from the other team are coming up giving him high fives. And then there was a point where everybody looked up and watched the replay.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey,
that was nice. That was nice.
Hey, you guys, let's not get too deep into it, because we got that coming at the end of the show. Hey, but good interlude on that, because we're gonna get into that whole Walt Hill at the state tournament thing here, later on the show.
Yeah, and then you got to tell them about your shirt, man.
Oh yeah,
For those people that
but
don't.
You know what? And I always try to tell the people. I always try to wear a T-shirt that's going to represent what's going on with the guests that we're having. And I don't know if you can see that, G.
It looked like body paint. Oh, there, he pulled it out now. We don't see it.
That's cool, man. That is cool. Is that the new swag from 24? Or
no, that's from when these guys went to state.
Oh, throwback. Yeah. Okay, has it got anything on the back or?
Nah, just
you better watch that one.
Together, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Archives? No.
Archives. No. I do keep a lot of shirts in my that I don't throw them out.
Don't move too fast. I don't want to turn to powder. Old shirt.
Yeah, that's why I got Buff on here, guys, to make everybody laugh, except for me.
Hey, but I'm. Oh, go ahead. No, we covered Nebraska Cornhuskers, and then we were talking a little bit about, and so we got Coach coming up, but they're in practice right now.
Yeah, actually, they just messaged me. They said they got out of practice and they're on their way right now. They'll probably be here in a few minutes. But yeah, I'm excited to talk to Coach Parker, and he's bringing the team captains up to.
Yeah, I want to know the record.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna let them tell all this stuff, and
it's coming your way.
Yeah, and last year we did a real good segment on Santee. When they made the state tournament.
Hey, how they doing? Have you heard?
Well, they're the LNI champs of that lower bracket, right?
Yeah, silver division.
Silver division.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And they was in a holiday tournament, and we're gonna get into that here in a little bit too about the holiday tournaments.
Did who usually in the preseason? I like to call it the preseason and stuff, but Omaha Nation faces Bago. Vice versa, who's the champ this year?
Oh man, right now Wall Hill.
Yeah.
Oh,
right
really?
now Wall Hill.
So Wall Hill took down Santee too.
Yeah, I think second
Yep.
or first
game, I believe.
Hey, boy, okay.
Yep, and we're gonna get into that here in a little bit. We're gonna get into that as soon as the boys get up here, man. We're definitely gonna get into that. So I actually had some things on my early shout outs, man. I know there's a lot of the youngsters and a lot of parents of these athletes that man, we're all stressed out during Christmas, right? I just want to get some shout outs, man. I get some shout outs to all you guys, all you parents out there, all you gagas and chilkas, everybody who made these kids' Christmas a beautiful one and a magical one. I want to give a shout out to Santa. You know who you are. I want to give out a shout out to all his helpers, and you guys know who you are. And then the elves and the shells. I got to give a shout out to the elves and the shells. Man, I woke up one morning and I had makeup all over my face. And my daughter come in and she woke me up and she pointed up and there was an elf above me. Man, my face was all covered in marker.
And that marker, that elf was carrying that marker.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then one of the boys they did their hair up, man. They had all kind of gel and different things, and he made them have goofy hair. So shout out to all those elves and the shells, man. You guys were amazing this year, and all those elves out there on the shells. Yeah. All your moms did good work.
I seen a lot of them. I seen a lot of the R-rated pics and stuff of that stuff too.
What was the best one? What was the best one that you saw? I mean, the cleanest one.
Oh, okay.
The best one.
Okay, I'm not even gonna say it. I don't really know. I was thinking
The
about the dirty ones.
The PG-13
I was
one?
thinking of the adult version ones. There's some good ones. Well, I seen one. Just because when you're talking about all the being marked up, I seen one where this the boys must have been out having some spirits.
Yeah.
And one was out, and the other one's shaved his eyebrow.
Oh no!
And then they had that thing sitting next to it, and they had a little razor in his hand. I seen some stuff like that, and it's just crazy.
Kobe, do you see any crazy ones?
Not no crazy ones, but I seen one. My niece has one, and they had a ugly sweater day at the school.
Oh, okay.
So they had the elf on the shelf make the ugly sweater for my niece, and she got to wear that, so it was pretty cool.
There you go.
We actually got we actually do it for work across the street here. We're gonna have our little Christmas our Christmas party on Friday, and they're having an ugly sweater contest. So any of my Iowa buddies out there got a sweater that I can wear for the day, let me know. It's got to fit though. Ugly sweater contest. Holla at your boy. Quint's getting. Oh, looks like we got our.
Oh yeah. All right. Straight from practice, ladies and gentlemen. We have Coach Johnny Parker is in the house. If you say hello, Johnny.
Hey, hello guys.
All right. Yeah, we were just chopping it up about a little bit about Christmas just now, but we got Kobe here. You guys see Kobe when you guys came in. We wanted to make sure and try to get the Pahe, get the Blue Jay vibe up in here, and we asked Kobe to come in to join us in this little interview, this little session we're having, and then maybe sometime in the show that Kobe can give these young men that showed up with you, Coach, give them some encouragement and some words and stuff like that. So Kobe was glad to come up here and share his time with us. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. And so, Coach Parker, man, so 9-0. That's what we saw. We saw you guys are starting out the season 9-0, and that's pretty amazing for any team around this area right here to go through all the way through the holiday break undefeated. But remember back in the day, that was one of our goals all the time, was to try to get through Christmas undefeated. And I think your senior year, we almost got there.
Oh yeah, ran into that holiday tournament in Wayne.
Ran into Mike Cloth and
6'10".
Yeah, and Chad Noltz.
Yeah.
Oh man, but they messed up our perfect record. So
They
that was
had
the closest.
3/4 court shot at the buzzer. We were up 2, and they beat us by 1. 3/4 court turn. Remember the guy dribbled. The clock didn't start.
Yeah.
Took about 2 dribbles and then let one fly off the backboard. Snapped it.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark
Closed his
Casey.
eyes.
Yeah. Mark Casey, Coach Casey, he was PO'd, red face, howling around, busting exit signs.
So Johnny, 9-0. I know that it wasn't easy because I was at a couple of the games and they were pretty close games, you know. And but your team, they stuck together all the way to the end and come out victorious on each one of those games, even though they were close, you know. And I also heard that you guys won a tournament recently too. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the mic and go ahead and let you kind of give your little spill on these young men that are here and your team.
All right, man. Thank you. First of all, grace to God.
Oh, yeah,
I am the head coach of Walt Hill Public School.
Nope.
I've been there for the past, say, 5 years as the head coach. I did start off as the assistant, but the next year, fortunate enough for me, I got bumped up to the head.
Yep.
Grace to God. Like I
Yeah.
said, this wasn't my plan. I didn't get into coaching to say, hey, I want to be a head coach, anything like that. I just did this for my kids. I just wanted my boys to get out and run, just like I did when I was younger. That's what I did. That's what my father did for me, just so I can get out there and play. I was fortunate enough to have the ability to be out there and actually be good, and it is what it is. I appreciate that, and for our team, it's all on them. Us as coaches, as a coach, we can teach them just so much. It's up to them to go out there and execute our game plan.
Yes.
And so far, man, these boys that I have here, they can learn on the fly.
Yeah.
I write up a play, write it up, set it up, they run it to perfection. And I've never had that before. I've never had a group of 5 seniors. I took my a team to state a few years ago. I had a few boys that played, yearly. But other than that, they were just, kids that would just play just to play,
Yeah, just to go.
And fortunate enough to us, man, we made it to state. We punched our ticket, we were small, but at the same time, man, heart over height is what our motto was that year.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like I said, we had nobody over 6 foot, and this year, like I said, this year we have a couple boys that are 6'2", 6'3", and
Yeah.
that's a big part, especially in the D2, D1 game.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
if you have a big man, if you know how to use that big, he don't even have to be skilled,
Yeah.
If you know how to use that big man, you guys can go far,
Yeah, yeah,
So
agreed.
like I said,
Agreed.
great coaches' minds, man, can see that, can adjust to that,
Yep.
I'm fortunate enough that, Walt Hill School gave me the opportunity to coach, and get my boys out here, because like I said, these boys are the ones putting in the work. They started, when they were little,
Yep.
and they've been playing ever since. And these are the fruits of their labor.
Yep.
I appreciate them, for doing that for their families, to push them on and say, hey man, you want to do something, go play basketball, and they push them on. So, and I appreciate them. I appreciate the families, for letting me take them, and I consider my boys are my team, my sons.
Yeah.
Because like I say, I'm with them for the next, when basketball starts in November till March.
Yeah.
That's 4 months of us being together every day for 2 hours.
Every day.
You get a lot of people saying, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, but at the same time, and if you want to do that and be the coach on the bench or on the bleachers, take the course.
Yeah.
And sacrifice from your family and go out there and do the things that you want to.
Everything you're saying right there, John, is the same thing this guy says, and the same thing Jeff Baird said. They talked about that, about being a coach, and we got people. People are going to complain. People are gonna, especially at the lower division, about playing time and stuff like that. But once you hit that high school level, this is kind of how I think. I'm not a coach, but I'm an ex-player. But if at the high school level, the people want the schools, everybody, they want you to win, get W's. That's what they want to do. Teach these kids on how to win, and oh man, I lost my train of thought here where I was going with it.
Well, you were saying about people complaining about playing time.
Okay, yeah, good thing. But yeah, I mean, like I said, on that level there, that's when you do the playing time stuff. But you got to have in the high school level, you got to have your top players if you want to get these W's. So, and if certain kids and certain players, if they're upset that they don't get no PT, well, you better put in a little extra work then. And you got to try to better yourself so you can get in there and get into rotation and stuff like that.
Yeah, and also with that too, it's got to be the seniors that I do have, they put in the work. Since they were freshmen, they sat on the bench when these seniors were out there playing and shining and doing things like that. Like I said, they just got to understand that you got to bide your time, man. Like I said, you just got to bide your time, I think, so.
Yeah, and myself, I remember, Johnny, a few years back before you got the job at the high school, that we were running games up in the city leagues, all season long and stuff. And you had one of my sons playing for you, your nephew Sequoia, and he all he had was good things to say about you, and you took that those boys and you went around, won championships around in that youth age. And I remember having a conversation with you one time. I said, man, you should when these kids get to high school, you should try to be their coach, because they listen to you. They adapted to you as a coach, as a young man.
Yep.
And that was for your older boy.
Yep.
And then these younger ones coming up, your younger boy now, they're following that same path.
Yep.
But now, like we always talk about in bagels, like those gaps,
Mm-hmm.
As long as you got at least one or two in that gap of a good ball player, then you're going to be okay for that next season. Because some of them, you got 5 seniors this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And last year, Winnebago lost 5 seniors. And so like next year, your team's going to be completely different. Like this year for Winnebago, but then that's that off-season stuff that you got to work with.
Exactly.
Player development. Player
Mm-hmm.
development is how you can continue to make your program succeed when you lose a group of boys like this.
And exactly, and it's not during season. You don't get better during the season.
No.
It's after the season. It's during summer workouts when you're by yourself. When you get better, when you're, like I said, in your room by yourself doing push-ups, sit-ups, something, just trying to get yourself better. That's where you see that in game times. Like I said, you don't see it during, like now during practice. You should have been doing that before.
Yeah.
2 months before, 3 months before, like all year before.
Yeah.
So.
And summer ball helps out too, because I seen these boys they played all year long too. Summer ball really helps, not just the training, but get the reps and being refereed and having that game style up and down, trying to win ball games instead of just training and lifting weights and shooting and stuff like that, but actually getting a game. So that's good experience.
Even open runs when
Open
you
runs.
guys play down in the outside. And there's always time to get better. And playing against older kids, older people, that's where it's gonna get you.
Yeah.
That's what that's what I try to do. At the same time, let my boys know that the only way we're gonna get better or you're gonna get better is if you play the better competition.
Mm-hmm.
There's no really no use for us playing like these. You playing like these little kids. When you're up here and they're down here. Who gets better there?
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely. And I know one thing that I noticed for Winnebago, and I sure hate to like compare all the time, but I know Winnebago's business a little bit better, but their athletic director asked for these other games, Omaha South, and these big schools like that, and that's where you get that experience. So we cut off the wind sides and the Newcastles and stuff like that, teams that we used to blow out by 50 or 60 a night. We put in their place other teams that we could actually learn something from. Learn something from. So
especially now, especially with the PowerPoints.
Oh yeah,
that playing the bigger schools. PowerPoint is where it's at. So fortunate for us, man, we are sitting at number 1 at PowerPoints. Which is at the end of the season that pretty much determines who's what, where go, who. If you're 1, you're 2, you get an 8. So sitting right now, we are sitting.
What I told the boys back in the day about those PowerPoints, I always posted on Facebook or whatever. Just don't even, that's a good thing to fall back on. Just go win out, beat everybody, leave no doubts, and just beat everybody. But if something happens where you end up having a bad game and you're still number 1, well, okay, put that one bad game behind you, get that loss, and you're gonna go into the state tournament with a whole new, refreshing. Let's go get it. We don't want to lose again like that. So let's play. So I remember Winnebago got in. Didn't they get in back in 18 when they got second place down there?
Yeah.
Did they get in on PowerPoints because they got beat in district finals?
I think they lost to a team and then got lined up with them at state and then beat them.
Oh, is that how that worked?
I believe so.
It's been so long ago.
I know.
Come on, boys.
We gotta go back. Let's go.
Get this together. It's been so long.
So with that 9-0 start, I understand that you guys just now went out on a holiday tournament.
Yeah,
Tell us about that.
We just got to coming back from East Butler. We went out there. We played East Butler the first game. We ended up beating them by 17, I think.
17.
And then we ended up playing High Plains Community for the championship, and we ended up beating them by 17 too.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
Cool. And those guys are class D1s too?
D1, yep. D1,
D1s?
but High Plains is a D2.
Bila Makovica? Brainerd, East Butler?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Those Makovica brothers, or was it we played against?
I can't remember, but Brainerd, East Butler back in the day.
No, just when he said East Butler, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Is, didn't we play against somebody that was a Husker?
Back then, I think Rainbow was black and white, so you're gonna get me. It's a little cloudy.
Oh man, okay. So
I got some questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man. So, John, thanks for joining us here. The first time bringing some of the leaders here. I know that we'll have a chance to talk to them and everything too and stuff. But first time going down to state. What was that? 2 years ago? 3 years ago? What was that? You qualified for the state tournament. Went down in the first round. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, first round.
Was it nerves?
Yeah, it's kind of tough to say. Like I said, the players. You're in a high school game. You're a high school boy, looking at the crowd. Looking at the intensity and the atmosphere of being in the state game. And I really can't say. Because like I said, it wasn't me out there playing. I was just out there coaching. So it's best off for the players. That's a player coach. Our player answer our question right
But
there.
you got your experience.
Yes, of course. Yeah. At the same time, I'm fortunate enough to actually go down as a player to go play in the state game. What year was that? 2001 or something like that. It's so long ago, But at the same time, I got that experience, Fortunate, we got beat too the first round too. So I guess history repeats itself. But at the same time, here we are again. Here Walt Hill is looking at that ticket.
Right.
We're ready to punch that ticket.
News is coming out.
We are
getting calls from newspapers and stuff, trying to do some articles on you guys and everything that's going to be coming here.
And so and at the same time, I've been telling my boys, man, don't be satisfied with this, with all these things that the people are coming at you, man. Don't be satisfied at all, man, because every day we still have to work. Somebody's out there working harder than we are right now. Because I know, because everybody gets complacent. These boys in practice get complacent, and they get tired of running. But I said at the same time, man, that's all we do in basketball. In my game, if you're gonna play, man, we're running. That's all we're gonna do.
Running,
Yeah, that's
So
good.
get
That's
used
good.
to it.
So
Yeah.
now I want you to describe your team. Go from players A to player Z and stuff like that. What are you guys known for? You know, who do you guys got? You know what I mean? Like, let us know.
Man, 1 through 5, any one of them can average 30 a game. But
Okay.
at the same time, man, we don't want that. We can't have that. That takes us out of unity.
Yeah.
We're a team.
So
Basketball,
you're preaching that?
basketball is not I, myself, me.
Yeah.
No. If you want to win games, we have to play together. So each one of my boys, man, from the top down to the bottom, man, we're getting that concept of, hey, we're playing together. We're beating teams by 20. If we're playing by 1, we're barely winning by 1 or 2. You know? So I'm getting this concept of these boys, man. Hey, we got to play together. Trust each other out there.
Yep.
You have to trust each other.
Yeah.
That's the only way you win.
Very
That's
nice.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
It sure is.
That is cool. That is cool. Did you guys face adversity yet this season?
Oh, yes. Bancroft and Winnebago.
How'd you guys overcome that?
I let them play. They're seniors. That's the
Yeah.
only way you can tell that gives them the experience for the end of the season. So
Yeah.
if we get into a situation like that again,
Yeah.
that gives them more and more confidence to say, hey, I've been in this situation. I know what to do now.
Yep.
So
Good.
That's awesome, man. That's
Good.
awesome. That's all the questions I had, man. Appreciate you.
And then I guess the last question for you, Johnny, is big games coming up. You got any big games coming up?
yeah, man, we got our next game. Every game's a big game for us, man.
Yeah.
We have a target on our back.
Yeah.
As you know, as a coach, as Kobe, as you know, as a player, man, everybody wants to be a ranked team.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a ranked
Yeah.
team. You're gonna get everybody's best foot
Yeah.
every game. You know.
Yeah, you're gonna
So-
get their home crowds.
Yep.
Everybody's gonna be coming
and,
out.
Yeah, and a lot of our games are the rest of our game. We only got 2 home games left.
Oh man.
Yep, and the rest
That's
are
gonna
on
be-
the road.
That's gonna be tough, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough.
Look at it this way too. State tournament ain't playing in Walt Hill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I said, that's what I've been
Yeah.
telling my coaches, and like I said, my coaches too. At the same time, man, I gotta give them guys pats on their backs too, because like I said, they're with me too in practice every day, pushing these boys. Trying to get them better. Because like I said, man, you get better every day. If you're just sitting there jogging back and forth, man, who's getting better?
Yeah.
You're only hurting yourself. You're not gonna be getting in the game because, like I said, I'm watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
Lollygagging around, you can be sitting over here.
Perfect time to give your coaching staff a shout out, man.
yeah.
Go ahead. Give your
Oh yeah,
coaching
hey,
staff a shout out.
Manny, hey, my coach Manny, assistant coach Manny. Hey, yep, we appreciate you, and my mother, assistant coach man Mark Whiteeyes. Mark's been there for a while.
Day one.
He's been he's day one.
Yeah, he's
I'm
day
pretty
one.
sure everybody knows. Kobe knows. Kobe was with him,
Yeah.
so day
awesome.
ones. So
Right.
Manny's not trying to teach these boys how to flop, is he? Big LeBron fan.
Oh, here we go, man. Here we
Big
go.
LeBron fan.
You knew that was coming, Mino. You knew that was coming.
But yeah, man, like I said, it's all about these boys, man. Nothing. I don't want to take any shine from my boys, man.
Yeah.
It's their hard work and determination that's making this happen, not me.
Okay.
I can just, like I said, I can
Yeah.
just put the game plan in. Hopefully they run it, and like I said, from 9-0, man, they are running it.
That's it.
good.
That's it. All right, hey, Coach, I want to say thank you for your time for coming up here. I want to get these boys up here.
Yep.
If you boys want to come up here, you're listening to 100.9 FM. This is a Big Voice Radio. You're listening to the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. Today we are talking with the Walt Hill Blue Jays. We just got done chopping it up with head coach Johnny Parker, and now we got a couple of, I think the team captains are here with us, Ethan and Adrian. You can get closer to the mics, guys, and say what's up.
Good, bro. What's good, family? What's good?
So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, these are 2 of the seniors. Coach Parker was just not talking about. He's got 5 seniors. I believe these are the two captains here. And we did talk about that holiday tournament, you guys, and that was a big topic throughout basketball, throughout this whole Northeast Nebraska, because I think every school was in a holiday tournament. And I heard you guys, right now I'm looking at all the teams, You guys are all the ones that come out with the championship. And I think Bancroft too. The boys won.
Bancroft won.
But I don't have them on there. But I'll say congrats to them. But I want you guys kind of like tell me a little bit about the holiday tournament. Ethan, you want to go first? A little bit about the holiday tournament and how you guys prevailed as champions.
Just coming together as a team, playing unselfish basketball. Like Coach Jay said, just being unselfish out there and playing as a team is what's getting us where we're at today. So that's really all I have to say.
Nice.
And then Adrian, how about that championship game? How'd you do in the championship game? Tell us a little bit about the offense and defense.
The championship game, we was just finding the open man, making an extra pass. We got a lot of easy fast break buckets, especially. Epaw had like 8 assists.
8 assists.
Just finding the open man down court. That's really how we score mainly.
Run and gun.
Hey, that's that red ball that's
Yeah.
been going on for
Defense.
years there,
Well,
guys.
I got to watch you guys play against Winnebago, and I believe that Omaha Nation game. I think it was. But what I noticed is you guys' defense is like a swarming defense up on top of the guards. I really like your guys' style of defense. It's like blue collar, up in your face defense. Like you don't give them room. If you put your arm out and you can't touch them, you're too far away. Get closer, get closer so you can get up in their face. That kind of defense. And that's the one thing that I was impressed about when I watched the games you guys were playing. I didn't get to watch you play in that Winnebago game. I know that there was some stuff going on. I wish you got to play in that game though, because I always like seeing everybody's best play against each other.
Who's the one that's been catching all the dunks? Is that you?
That's Adrian
Yeah, that's
here.
right.
And I was going into that, but I was asking about him.
I was gonna say, because
Ask
you know
about
how
his
it
dunks.
is. Native teams that got anybody that could dunk. Everybody's be a crowd favorite and stuff like that. So I've been hearing about them. I never seen none yet. So I told I gotta try to get over and catch one of you guys' games.
Yeah,
But,
I'll send you the links to the ones he had. He even got alley-oop too. So
This
Yeah,
is
I
a
got
alley-oop too. You guys see that?
you threw the alley-oop.
Nice.
All right,
Yeah.
we got
Did
the
you-
1-2 punch here.
Did you
Sir.
did you miss a layup for real? And then you counted as an alley-oop? Threw an
It was
air ball
inbound
there?
play, inbound play.
Oh, was it? Oh.
No, I knew sooner or later you were gonna get one because I know watching you play summer ball the last couple of years, and you've been getting higher and higher, getting up there and getting those dunks and stuff like that. So it's eventually gonna happen at some time, and what a time to get it is in your senior year.
Hey, so
It's just
your
all
boys,
the work,
they-
work paying off.
They got you guys. You guys got a decent weight room and everything down there. You guys, hitting weights all the time.
Decent weight room. It's all right.
You
Not
got
a
just
lot.
that. Yeah, we talk about
Just
it.
use what you got.
Yeah, we talk about it all the
Yeah.
time.
Tell them
you
what to
get,
say.
we said that to everybody, all the young ones that would come in here. Is like, if we were to ever go back in time and do it all over again, that's one thing we said we would do is we'd lift weights constantly. So all that's gonna do is make you bigger, stronger, faster, jump higher.
And prevent injuries.
Oh yeah,
a lot more too.
That too. Yeah, and you got to be able to take a fall, take a spill. Yep. So just kind of any kind of word of advice I can give you guys, just try to take advantage of that lifting weights. Do it hard. Don't do it lightly. Go at it hard and stuff. Some people say it messes your jumper. And not if you go shoot right afterwards and stuff and get it and work it out. So lift weights. That's your bottom line. I can say.
Then if it's basketball season, you don't want to lift all those weights. Just go to your natural. Just do some push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups, different things like that, crunches. Keep your bodies in shape like that. Because all the extra work outside of practice is good work.
Yep.
So now try to tell it to everybody too. Don't just practice when you're at practice. You got to practice all the time outside of practice too. So
So you guys both team captains?
Yeah.
Team.
Not really. Just
It's
team.
just whoever seniors like to get called up.
Okay, so both of you guys are seniors?
Yeah.
Okay, so you describe his playing style, and then you describe his
Oh,
playing
yeah,
style.
that's-
So
that's
instead of
good.
talking about yourself, like I'm the best 3-point shooter or whatever and stuff like that. But what do you see?
that's good, G.
He kind of has it all. He's,
Yeah.
I see him as a three-way player. As the years came by, he progressed, and you see it a lot. A lot of
Yeah.
players. A lot of adults see it too. Not only me. My coaches. But I see, like I said, I see him as a three-way. He can really do it all. He got better at dribbling. his shooting's there. Like I said, he can get to the rack easy.
So you're just not playing just down low, huh?
No,
You're all over the place?
I'm everywhere.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool, man. Now, Ethan.
So everybody knows that he can dribble the ball, facilitate. You know, he's probably one of the most main point guards around the res. Like,
so he's the general, kind of like
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
he's been known for his ball handling, his vision. You know,
Yeah.
And don't sleep. He can score. He can get to the rack.
What I
He
was
got
just about to say
the
about him.
shot. You know,
Don't sleep on him.
it's everything.
That's
good, guys.
Everything's there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Your coach was talking about trusting each other.
Yes, sir.
And so I just wanted to kind of prove the point to the viewers and stuff like that. That's what you got to know your player. You got to know who you're balling with and stuff like that. So when you guys described each other, appreciate that, man.
Then just kind of hearing these two, say what they said about each other, and I know they got such good things to probably say about the rest of their team too.
Yeah.
But what you hear with those compliments is you hear maturity, and then when as basketball players, as we grow from being little peewee guys to boys basketball, and you're making that transition to playing men ball. I mean, all those lessons that you're hearing from all the old guys, these all come and play, and the more you hear it from other people, and the better, because I know that you probably hear your pop saying this to you every day at home, every day, and then it kind of gets repetition, like telling you to clean your room. Sometimes you just he said to clean my room, but I'm not gonna clean my room, He told me that yesterday. Well, if your uncle or someone coming in, hey, you better clean your room. Oh, I'm gonna clean my room. When you got other people telling you that kind of stuff, so just make sure and take those, take all the advice and tips and stuff like that from any of the old cats, and go with it, So
being disciplined is a big thing for us too.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Q, I'm monitoring the Facebook feed and stuff, and a lot of times you get, we got 5,000 people that are on Facebook and potential reach up there in Sioux City listening and stuff, 100,000 and stuff. You know what I mean? You got a high score here, so you must have a way with the ladies, right? I mean, because they ain't tuning in to see Buff and Quince. You know what I mean? So
that's why I'm off camera all the time.
Just here to handle business.
There you go. That's what Coach. What you got to say about that, man? That's what I like to hear. You know what I mean? You got to maintain that stuff. You know what I mean? So shoot, good job, guys.
It could be that new sign up by Homer too.
Oh yeah, that is right, man. You got an opportunity to check that out.
Hey, I was gonna also say though, with the kind of hype that is probably gonna be on your guys' way, just make sure to keep your feet on the ground.
Stay humble.
Stay humble, and then but also, like my brother always says too, enjoy yourselves too.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Soak up the
Enjoy
memories.
yourselves,
Yeah, for sure.
And then
shout outs, guys. I mean, like, go ahead.
I want to shout out my mama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the boys on the basketball team.
There you
my
go.
team. Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
Have some fun.
I know that how much time we got left here. We still got a few minutes left here. I wanted to get Kobe up here, to maybe Kobe and Johnny would come back up here, and
Thank you guys for.
oh yeah. I want to say thank you, boys, for sharing all that stuff with us. And as Garen's telling you, we got a lot of people tuning into the show. A lot of people must know.
A lot of love.
Yeah,
and a lot of likes happening there. It's true.
I did bring Kobe on here for a main reason, and it was to have Kobe, maybe give you guys some words of encouragement, coming from a alumni such as Kobe. Like I was saying earlier in the show, got Walt Hill to closest to the state championship as they've been. And I wanted him to be here to give you guys some encouragement. So, Kobe, I'm going to go ahead and give you the mic, and these boys can hear you.
Yeah. Man, just like both of them said, have fun, enjoy yourselves. Them weights, they do help. Fortunately for me, I didn't get into that until I got to college. But once I hit them weights, you really see the improvement after you start. So best advice I can give you is, start the weights now. You'll see it quick. And then, even if you don't have the weight room, like they said, the natural weight, squats, calf raises, the push-ups, all that will benefit you guys. And just like they said, enjoy yourselves. This time goes by quick. Before you even know it, it's going to be, time to punch that ticket for state. So, enjoy yourselves, ball out, play hard, and work hard so no one could say anything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just be coachable. Listen to your coach. People like us that been there before and kind of understand a little bit more. But just be coachable. You kind of see things from different perspectives. There's people on the bench that'll watch the game, see something that you guys don't see.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe your boys will tell you, this is happening here or whatever. But just be coachable, play hard, and enjoy yourselves. Really, that's all I gotta say.
It's good one, Cole.
Good one, Cole. Man, Cole, I'm so glad that you mentioned about the coachable thing, because that was one thing that I wanted to try to say as advice too. And you already said it, so I'm just gonna piggyback off you. Is always listen to your coach, guys. Your coach. He's his job is to try to win games, try to make you guys be the best ball players that you guys possibly can be. That's what his job is. And so if he's getting that out of you guys, he's doing his job. So if he calls a timeout and whatever, listen to him. Listen to what he's got, because he's not going to lead you the wrong direction. He's going to tell you something that's going to actually help the situation out, whatever situation it may be. He's not going to tell you to do something and you guys go out there and clown it. He's going to try to make you guys better. So make sure and take some time, listen to the coach, respect everything the coaching staff's got to say. Sometimes you guys might come out. Basketball is a real emotional game. You guys might come out, get subbed out, maybe a ref kind of give you a bad call. Don't lose your head. No, don't lose your head. Don't bring yourself down to that and lose your head. Try to stay focused on the prize, because once you as a basketball player, once you take something personal to where you're saying something to get a tech or something like that, then it's not about basketball no more. And so you got to get back to that where no, I'm not going to say anything, because it's about this game right here. It's about winning this game, so I'm going to keep my head. So that's the only advice I'm going to give you guys, man. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Be loved.
We're kind of talking, and we're kind of already everybody's talking. We're talking about like you guys are already got your ticket punched down to state.
Oh yeah.
Don't think that it's already a cakewalk.
Yeah.
You guys take every game one at a time. Play hard every game. Handle your business. Take one game at a time. If you guys play your ball the way your coach, the way you guys bend, listening to your coach, then you guys will make it down there. But just one game at a time. Don't be looking too far ahead. But like I said, have fun, soak it all up, play hard.
Yeah, watch film and clean stuff up. I always tell everybody that watch film and clean stuff up. You guys can see what's going on out there in the film. Anything, G?
Yeah, I was just gonna say Pryor's predictions and stuff, man. I know you got a target on your back. You know what I mean? 9-0 and everything in the rankings. And what are you guys ranked in D2?
I don't even know. People's been sending me things. I already don't know. Like I said, the rankings really don't matter.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say, like,
I think I think the last time I seen something, it was like 2 or 1 or 2. We're up there.
Who's gonna be in the district finals with you guys?
Hopefully a 16 seed. Hopefully we get the 1 seed and we get the 16.
Yeah.
So that's kind of hard to tell right now.
Yeah. Anybody on the radar? I know you got Ponca coming up. They're undefeated too.
Yes. Ponca and LCC are our stars for coming up. LCC first.
Is that at home or is that?
Nope. LCC is away, but Ponca will be at home.
Oh man, we got
What's that date, bro?
I can't even remember.
I seen it on Max.
I'll let you know.
Well,
But
if you guys don't play Friday, this coming Friday, we play LCC here in Winnebago, so you guys can come up and scout.
we play Wakefield Friday.
Oh,
Ponca we play on the 19th.
It's gonna be a good game.
Yep, at home.
Okay,
But,
definitely gonna be
you know-
for that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, guys.
yeah. And definitely, what I was gonna say too is if you could send the Big Voice or send me your guys' schedule, we can get it posted on the Big Voice Facebook page, man. We got a lot of people on there, so maybe some extra
definitely,
people will
man.
come out.
The more fans, the better.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's getting
Like
exciting.
I
guys. You know what
I
mean?
said,
Like, this
offense
is-
brings the fans.
Yeah.
Defense wins games.
That's
So,
right.
for real, man.
That's
I think
right.
and
this
then we
is-
got
this is
both.
pretty cool.
So
We got
you will be entertained if you
Got a
want to come and
contender.
watch Wall Hill basketball.
Yeah.
And like at the end, I do appreciate the Big Voice, man, getting us up here, Walt Hill. We're a small school, and this is being heard throughout the airwaves, and I appreciate each and every one of you out there, man, listening to us, hearing our story or listening to us, babble along for, half hour or so. But, at the same time, I do want to give a shout out, man, to Alt Hill School and, my boys. Yeah. My basketball boys, man, I appreciate you boys. I tell you guys that every day. Understand that, man. I appreciate you guys.
Good, bro.
All right, good one. So comes the end of the show. Me and Buff, we like to choose an athlete of the week. We only before I actually end this, I need to announce this too. We had Precious Decor on the show a couple weeks ago, right? Yeah. And she was talking about that she got second place and she lost to the number one ranked girl in Nebraska.
Yep.
And then remember she said on the 29th.
Yep.
And I wrestled her on the 29th in Winnebago.
Yep.
She beat her.
She got her.
She beat her. So congratulations to Precious Decora for beating the number one heavyweight wrestler in the state of Nebraska, dude. For real. Yeah. In Winnebago.
We should have a new number one heavyweight now.
Oh, we definitely would, man. But hey, back to this athlete of the week though. I don't know if you wanted to give it to the boys here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came up and then they're both seniors and they I'd like to give it to you.
You can share it with.
Yeah, I'll share it too. I'll share it. They can fight over it, or they can cut it in half.
They can fight and have Johnny wear it, and they can try to fight over it.
Yeah.
Whoever can beat him in a free throw contest can take it. All right.
Shit. 100 free throws.
But myself, I asked Kobe to come up here, and I know it's he graduated a few years back, but I'm gonna give mine to Kobe for coming up here and sharing his experience, his words and stuff like that with these boys right here.
Kobe, you coach? Are you coaching?
No.
He will be soon.
Yeah. There you go. We heard it. The debut here tonight.
You got two boys coming up, so
for sure.
It will be pretty soon. Hey, but you know what, G, that does it for our show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you for all the listeners out there that are listening on the radio, that are listening on Facebook and YouTube. I want to say thank you to you for viewing our show tonight. This is the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. You're listening to KWTN FM 100.9, and we are out.
We're out.
All right, good one.